Prince Harry's protracted legal battle with the UK Home Office over security arrangements has transcended a simple dispute. It has become a potent symbol of the complex relationship between the British monarchy, its evolving role in the 21st century, and the expectations of the British public. The Duke of Sussex, having relinquished his position as a senior working royal and relocated to the United States with Meghan Markle, is contesting the government's decision to withdraw his publicly funded police protection during visits to the United Kingdom. This seemingly straightforward security issue, however, has ignited a firestorm of public debate, exposing deep-seated divisions within British society and raising fundamental questions about privilege, entitlement, and the appropriate use of public resources. At the heart of the dispute lies Harry's assertion that his family's safety is compromised without enhanced security provided by specialist police officers. He contends that persistent threats necessitate ongoing protection regardless of his change in royal status. This claim, however, has been met with significant skepticism, particularly given his decision to step back from royal duties and embrace a life outside the constraints of royal protocol. The perceived contradiction between his desire for continued public protection and his choice to pursue a life of relative privacy in the United States has fueled accusations of hypocrisy and incited public anger. To mitigate concerns about the financial burden on taxpayers, Harry proposed to personally fund the security detail, requesting the same officers who previously provided protection. This seemingly conciliatory gesture, however, was swiftly rejected by the Home Office. The government's rationale goes beyond mere financial considerations. The Home Office argues that allowing wealthy individuals to essentially purchase police protection would create a dangerous and unsustainable precedent, potentially leading to a two-tiered system where the affluent monopolize public resources, diverting crucial services away from those most in need. This argument resonates deeply with many members of the public, who are struggling with the rising cost of living and perceive Harry's request as an example of excessive privilege and a disregard for the financial burdens faced by ordinary citizens. Beyond the financial implications, the Home Office raised serious ethical and practical concerns. The deployment of police officers under the direct command of a private individual, however wealthy, raises significant questions about accountability, chain of command, and the potential for conflicts of interest. The inherent impartiality and objectivity expected of police officers could be compromised if they were answerable to a private citizen, potentially leading to compromised decision-making in critical security situations. This concern extends beyond the immediate security detail. It touches upon the very foundation of the police force's role in upholding the law and protecting the public without bias or favoritism. The legal challenge itself, which has already reportedly cost British taxpayers over £1 million in legal fees, has further exacerbated public anger and criticism. Many view the expense as an unnecessary drain on public funds, particularly given the alternative options available to Harry, such as employing private security personnel. This perception of extravagance and a lack of sensitivity to the financial struggles faced by ordinary Britons has further fueled the narrative of entitlement and hypocrisy surrounding Harry's actions. The High Court's rejection of Harry's request for judicial review dealt a significant blow to his case. The judge's decision, which aligned with the Home Office's position, emphasized the importance of maintaining consistent and equitable security provisions based on objective risk assessments rather than financial capacity. This ruling underscores the principle of equality before the law and reinforces the idea that public resources should be allocated fairly and transparently, irrespective of an individual's wealth or status. While Harry still has a pending claim related to the initial revocation of his security in 2020, legal experts believe his prospects remain dim, given the judge's skepticism regarding the perceived threat level and the overall strength of his arguments. The controversy surrounding Harry's security arrangements has ignited a broader debate about the monarchy's role and responsibilities in the 21st century. Critics argue that his actions not only damage the monarchy's reputation, but also exacerbate existing public discontent. They contend that his pursuit of preferential treatment, particularly at the expense of taxpayers, is incongruent with the principles of public service and responsibility that should underpin the institution. The situation has forced a critical examination of the balance between personal safety and public accountability, highlighting the need for transparency and a clear understanding of the boundaries between private privilege and public resources. As Harry's legal battle continues to play out, the anger of taxpayers is becoming increasingly vocal. Citizens across the UK are demanding that their money be refunded, feeling that the funds spent on Harry's case could have been better used elsewhere. Social media is abuzz with calls for the monarchy to take responsibility for their own security needs, and many are questioning why the public should bear the financial burden for someone who voluntarily stepped back from royal duties. The Home Office's stance, while consistent with the principle of fairness, has nonetheless sparked fury among Harry's supporters, who argue that his safety should be a priority, irrespective of his status. However, this viewpoint is increasingly drowned out by the louder voices demanding that the monarchy and its members adhere to the same standards as the rest of society. In a time of economic struggle for many, the notion that the government would spend taxpayer money on a privileged individual, especially one who has publicly distanced himself from the royal family, is increasingly difficult to justify in the eyes of the public. The case has become a lightning rod for wider societal concerns about class, privilege, and the monarchy's place in modern Britain. The once sacrosanct institution, long seen as a symbol of national unity, now finds itself under scrutiny as divisions between the royal family and the public deepen. The monarchy's future role is being called into question, not only because of Harry's actions but also because of how those actions reflect broader dissatisfaction with the status quo. As calls to refund their money echo across the nation, the royal family's image is being increasingly questioned, not just because of Harry's demands, but because of the failure to properly address the growing discontent surrounding its relevance and role in modern society. In the coming months, the pressure on Harry will only increase as public opinion continues to turn against him. His legal battles are now a symbol of the monarchy's struggles in the 21st century, and how it navigates this crisis could determine its future. Harry's decision to pursue this fight against the Home Office, while fueled by legitimate security concerns, has led to a clash of public expectations, and the court of public opinion may prove to be his most difficult adversary yet. The outcome of this legal battle will undoubtedly have far-reaching consequences, shaping the future of royal security and influencing the evolving relationship between the monarchy and the British public for years to come. The case serves as a crucial test of the principles of fairness, equality, and the responsible use of public funds in a modern democracy. For now, the public's demand is clear: refund their money and restore fairness to the system that serves them all. The pressure on Harry is immense, and the next steps in this ongoing saga will undoubtedly determine not only the future of royal security,